Candidly Krystal. I'm Krystal Pino.
And I'm Krystal Starr. Good to see you.
This is our weekly lifestyle and entertainment show where we get to catch up with you, catch up with each other, talk about what's happening in the world, drink a little bit,
Just a little bit.
have
Or a lot
some
of it.
fun. And it's always a good time, you know?
It is. It's always a good time. That's why we're here, because we want to hang out with all of you. And tonight it's going to be an especially good time because we have the founder of Retro Game Show Night, which is the longest running monthly show here in Tucson, the one and only Mr. David Hoffman, and the show's lovely, ever chatty host, Miss Missy Paschke-Wood. They're going to join us later tonight, and we might get to play a game together. I'm so excited.
Yes, I love it.
It's going to be so great. But, before we can do any of that, we need to wind down because this is our last episode of the season. We need a really good wind down word. If you're just tuning in, you haven't watched the show before, the wind down word is a word that we all pick together. So you can, if you're on Facebook, type it in, help us pick. On YouTube, type it in. We see your comments. And hello, Skylar from YouTube. Good for you to join us. We're so excited for you. And I want the wind down word to be something that we say often because every time we say it, we get to take a drink of wine or beer or water or whatever you're drinking on tonight. Some iced tea, whatever you need, boo. You do you. Just help us pick the word and write it in.
So please enter your wind down word in the comments. And before we jump into what that is, I got to make sure I take some time to thank everybody who is watching the rebroadcast of the show, whether it's on YouTube or on Facebook. We just want to say thank you so much. And while you're at it, maybe you're on Twitch watching it live, follow us, like us, subscribe to our channel. We could use all of your support, and we love having you here with us every single week. Jackie on Facebook. Good evening, beautiful ladies. Right back at you, Jackie. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. So yeah, thank you to everybody who's watching the rebroadcast, the replay. Remember, you can catch up on past episodes at candidlykrystal.com. There have been so many times where people have talked about businesses or products, and I'm like, ooh, we had a guest for that. Watch this episode. I did that just this last week with our previous episode. My friend Amy is majoring in sound engineering, and I was like, ooh, watch our last episode. Yeah, and she actually was like, this was super helpful. So if you have time, you're looking for some free time, catch up on those past episodes. You can do it on Facebook or on YouTube. Unfortunately, Twitch doesn't let you watch past episodes, so you got to connect with us on Facebook and YouTube in order to do that.
That's so great. I love that. Yeah, I'm so glad we had Artemisia on the show and we could talk about her soaps and stuff because people are like, oh, I didn't know that there was a shop on this side of town like that. I'm like, yes, we are bringing the knowledge to everyone in Tucson every week.
Her loofah soap, you were so right. Oh,
I was so right.
My gosh. So this is probably like TMI. I have super dry skin. I used that loofah soap and I felt like I was a baby. I was like, look at this soft skin.
You got that baby skin. And speaking of baby, you have a new baby in your life.
I do. So my best friend was fostering this beautiful, beautiful puppy. And she got to be a little bit too much because my friend owns a restaurant. She's a managing partner for a restaurant and she's at work sometimes 12 hours a day, and she'd come home and the dog was hyper and excited and it was just a little bit much. I said, let me see, show me that little dog. And she showed me. I was like, we'll take her. So we actually got her on Sunday. Her name is Callie. She's an English bulldog and she is beautifully crazy. I mean, she is legit
like us.
Nuts. So I'm on a meeting at work this morning and she kept biting me. And so I'm trying to keep my composure. And I had to at one point put my hand up and be like, stop it. Cause I'm on mute and I'm like, stop it. But yes, I had to control myself, but she's a doll. This is the picture that we actually took on Sunday before we brought her home. There she is. Look at that underbite.
Look at that baby.
Look at her. And her eyes are so pretty. They're like a hazel green color. She's a really good dog. She can sit. She knows how to be in her kennel at night. I just got to get a handle on the nibbling and the occasional biting, because that has been a little bit too much, especially for our Chiweenie. We have a Chiweenie we've had for about 4 years, Cooper, who he's like, what is this? Like,
what have you done to my life?
Exactly. Exactly. So she's perfect. I got to show you this video, though, because it's hilarious. Everybody's like, oh, my gosh, she got a new dog. Let me see her. This is the video that I send to people who want to see her. Oh, my gosh. I wish you could hear her snoring. She sounds like a 75-year-old man. She's like,
oh, my God.
And there again, I'm on meetings for work in my office, and she can hear, she's snoring, and I have to like mute myself because I'm like, that's not me, guys. I swear.
They're like, do you have a cappuccino machine in the back?
What's
happening back there? Oh, she's super cute. Congratulations.
Ooh, soap. Yes, Gabe.
Yes, Gabe. You need to go
all
try
about
some
that good soap.
That good.
One episode that I find myself sharing often is our Ancestria Somos, the one about tracking your ancestry through Latin America, and it will pinpoint tribes in Latin America. I find myself sharing that episode, I feel like, more than any other, because I hear people talking about wanting to track their heritage, wanting to find out where they came from. I'm like, I got someone for that.
Yep.
Want their info? I'm going to send you their info.
I feel like we got the Rolodex. It's like, what you need, we got you. We flip through it. And there you go. Boom. So
maybe that should be our wind down word, Rolodex. You are in our Rolodex. Don't forget, put your wind down word in the comments, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Let us know what you think it is. I mean, we could go with what Gabe said and do soap, right? We could do that. Soap. Did we say hi to Christine on Facebook?
Hi, Christine. Thank you for being here tonight. We love seeing you here. And I want to give a shout out to our favorite movie, which we've talked about no less than on 5 different shows. Of course, the movie Soul by Disney, the animated movie. It won Best Animated Feature at the Oscars and Best Original Score. Yay! Because Pino would not shut up about this movie. Would not shut up.
Literally. I couldn't.
I was like, okay, we'll watch it. And we watched it and we all were like, wow, that was really great. And my son went and watched it again immediately after we watched it. He loved it so much. So we are very glad for Soul. Yay, Soul.
I'm so happy. Winners. And it was Jamie Foxx that was the main voice in it. And it was so cool to see all the love that he got for Soul winning, because he really, really brought that character to life.
He did.
If you haven't seen it, please take some time, whether it's this weekend or tonight after Candidly Krystal, watch that show. There are so many gems inside of it that will literally, especially right now in a pandemic, that will literally make you go, oh, wow. Okay. Time to reflect on some things.
Yes. Yeah. For sure. I mean, I'll watch it as many times as my family will let me. Skylar on YouTube says, classy or soap for our wind down word. I like
classy. I like classy a lot.
Speaking of class, I just got added to this Facebook group, and it's like the high school reunion groups of like a span of like 8 years, which covers my graduation year, of which I'm not going to say what year that is. And it's all the East Side high schools. So I went to Palo Verde. So it's Palo Verde, Santa Rita, Saguaro. I'm missing a few. Sabino. And so it's like anybody who graduated within that time frame can post photos. And so they're like, prove you're from the East Side. And so now I have all these people posting these old photos of like the drive-in theater and Pistol Pete's Pizza. And it's this walk down memory lane that has been really, really wonderful. But there has been some bittersweetness with it as well, because then you see, oh, this person has passed or this person has passed. And you're like, wait, what? Yep. You don't think about that. And it's like, these are people that are my age. And somebody who was very close to me recently passed last week, and has memorial tonight, actually, and on Friday. This is my homie. Like, we were together 6 days a week in in school and in church from middle school, high school, college. And so I just want to give a shout out to Lamar and his family. Just rest in peace for Lamar, Brandon Harrison. And it's just bittersweet. So my thoughts are with the family, and I just wanted to send love because it's hitting people pretty hard. And, you know, it's a part of life, unfortunately. But it just feels like we're too young to be having this happen for our high school reunion page. It's like, what?
Yeah.
How did we get here? But I'm grateful to everyone that's shown love. Yes, Christine, thank you for the hearts. We loved Lamar.
I have lost friends from high school, and I don't feel like you're ever like those people knew you at your most vulnerable periods. You know what I mean? Like it's really hard to get over those friendships that you lost. And it's funny that you bring up the high school reunion. I'm going to age myself. Mine is supposed to be this year. 20 years it's supposed to be this year. And I was the student body president. So technically I'm the one that's supposed to like put it together or help put it together.
Is that a rule? Because I heard
like,
that the other day and I'm like, wait, is that? I've never heard that.
Okay. So I put our 10-year reunion together and it was such a headache that I refused to put the 20-year because I actually put together where we would go to the Rockies game, the Colorado Rockies, because I'm from Colorado. I went to Adams City High School. And we would go to the Rockies game. You pay $28 per person. That gets you a ticket. You sit all together. You get a shout out. I had so many people who were like, that's so expensive, or we can't pay. And
then don't come.
Like, I'm not doing exactly.
Then don't come.
I'm not doing this. So for me, the high school reunion, the headache of it, it's like, I know we're a little bit older now and maybe people have a little bit more cash flow, but I just don't want the headache, the different personalities, people agreeing to disagreeing, not to mention, then you start talking about those friends you lost. And I am such an empath that like, I even got tears in my eyes with you talking about your friend because I know how much you were, I know how close you were. You talked about how close you were to him and it made me really sad. And so for me, it's like, I don't think I can handle that talking to everybody again. And especially with the time of year that we've had. It's like, can we do virtual? Can we do a Zoom one?
Exactly. That might be better. Then you can just turn your camera off if you need a moment. You don't have to be face to face. Yeah, for sure. That'd be a good idea. Hard. Well, more power to you. I hope you don't have to plan this one. It sounds like you're not going to, no matter what.
Somebody messaged me like months ago and I was like, yeah, that's going in junk mail, not responding, not interacting. I don't have time for it. Not to mention, I don't even live in the state. It should be somebody who is actually in the state like I was when I first helped plan our 10-year one.
Yeah. I don't think ours is anybody that was on student council that threw this group together. And I don't even think the person's from Palo Verde. Like we all just got lumped in and people started tagging people. And I'm like, okay, I don't know half of you, but I know a lot of you. And this is really fun. So,
I just had your 10-year, right?
Yes.
Did you have fun at that one? Did you actually enjoy it?
It was all right. I mean, I was with my ex-husband and he was like, can we go? It was like at Jeff's pub in like the back room and there was like 20 people there. And I think we had like hundreds in our graduating class. So it's kind of like, not a lot of high attendance, but it was cool catching up with people and seeing how people were doing. That part was nice.
Yeah. And I think, honestly, that's what I think reunions are for. So for people who maybe didn't get to shine in high school, and I say that in air quotes because high school was awkward for anybody. Even the people that thought they were cool as hell, it was awkward. Trust me. So the people that didn't get to shine in high school, showing up to the 10-year like, oh, I'm shining now. 20-year like, I'm a millionaire. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, whoa.
Okay. I had a friend.
But okay. Yes.
Yes. I had a friend who I did a show with years ago. She went to her high school reunion and reunited with her high school boyfriend. And now they're married.
What?
Isn't that great? Yeah, we went to the wedding.
It's great unless they were married previously and found each other and broke that marriage.
No. They were both single. And
that's great.
Single. And they were at the reunion and they were like, hey, I still am hot for you and I'm hot for you. And let's get together and then get married.
I love that.
He had been married and had a couple kids with a previous marriage, but then was divorced. And so it was just the perfect timing. And that wedding, like they were just so googly eyed over each other. I was like, yes, such a happy ending to that story.
Doesn't that make you believe that, like, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be?
Yeah. You will find your person.
Exactly.
For sure. Well, okay. As far as wind down words go, we have classy or soap. And that's about it.
We got another soap. We'll give you a couple more minutes to put something in the chat. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, wherever you're watching. If you have a wind down word, Krystal, if you could do a wind down word for tonight, our final episode of season 1, what would you choose for a wind down word?
I would choose celebrate.
Yes.
Because I am so proud of us that we put this thing together and that we did 29 episodes, and it was a labor of love, and I'm just like, yes, we're here. It's time to celebrate. I got an extra big glass of wine tonight so I can do all the celebrating with all of y'all. What would you pick?
Oh man. I would pick fate, because I genuinely think it was fate for you and me to connect and do this show. And we're talking about, fate with high school and all of that stuff. But I don't know if people understand. Maybe watching the show, they're thinking that you and I have known each other for years, and we've been friends for years, and we've been friends for a few years, but our friendship is new, honestly, in comparison to my other friendships and your other friendships. You're one of my newer friendships, but you and I, it's funny because we would interact on social and I just would vibe with you. And I was like, I like this. I like this vibe we got going. And so for me, I think fate would be really cool to do. We got another one.
I like that one.
Skylar says faith. I like that. That
to you got to have faith.
Speak. Yeah, sing it. Go ahead.
Got to have faith, the faith, the faith. I gotta have faith, the faith, the faith, baby.
I know you're asking me to stay. Okay, Limp Bizkit redid it. It was an original George Michael. Do you have a favorite between the two?
Oh, yeah, George Michael. Are you kidding?
Okay, I like George Michael's version, but I feel like Limp Bizkit's was so fun. Not that it trumps George Michael's, but it was fun because I feel like I could mosh with it. Whereas George Michael, I just want to do stank face the whole time and maybe shimmy.
Yeah, but that's my groove, so that's the one I like.
All right, so we talked about my new pet. We've talked about soul. We've talked about this being our final episode of season 1. That doesn't mean you can't catch up on past episodes, candidlykrystal.com. I say we jump into the Kiki Corner. What do you say?
I say we should.
Let's have a Kiki. I want to have a Kiki.
Lock the doors.
Tight. Let's have a Kiki.
Mother.
I'm going to let you have it. Let's have a Kiki. I want to have a Kiki. Turn. Let's have a Kiki. We are going to turn. And turn. Oh, honey.
Okay, I have to point out, Kayla just commented on Facebook.
Yes, Kayla.
All
day. Every day. Thank you, Kayla. Kayla knows what's up. She's a karaoke jockey, so she knows all the songs. Thank you,
know
Kayla.
what I was thinking the other day when I was on like my binging of music? I was binging in sync. I'm not even going to try to like lie or take it, whatever. That now I think is going to be my official karaoke song. I used to do Sublime Santeria. Now I think I'm going to be doing more in sync. Now I can't hit the notes like Miss Stark can. But I am
nobody cares.
It's gonna be me.
I'll be your backup dancer.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna eventually like turn the mic. Like, go ahead. I got this.
I'll be singing loud anyway. I'm sure it'll pick me up in the back.
They're like, wow. I'm like, yeah, that's me. All right, so let's jump into this first story inside the Kiki Corner. I know we all know Jersey Shore. We all know the cast of the Jersey Shore, and we all know the drama that seems to follow them around. Jersey Shore star Ronnie Ortiz Magro, he actually is speaking out now after being arrested for allegedly attacking a partner. He's on probation for attacking his ex, Jen Harley, and those two so drama together. He shares a daughter with her, and on his Instagram story this past Monday, He said he's grateful for all my real friends. I take all experiences as lessons. You learn who really cares about you when you're down, and you know who doesn't. But I guess they call it the weeding process. Thank you to my real friends who haven't left my side and haven't betrayed me. He was released on bail with $100,000 in bail. Now, his current girlfriend addressed the news on her Instagram story, asking fans for privacy. Honey, you are dating a Jersey Shore star. There is no such thing as privacy.
What did you think you were getting into?
You are 35 damn years old. If you don't have friends telling you to get your shit, excuse my French, together, they are not your real friends. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
You need to get some real friends. Real friends.
Like, look at Kiki. She's evolved. She's doing amazing parenting. And JWoww, she's an amazing co-parent with her ex. It's like Ronnie is the only one, I feel like, that continuously has issues, especially with his ex. It's like, guys, I mean, 35 is young, but it's not young enough that you can still be like, I'm living my life.
No, it's not. You need to grow up. It's time. It's time, Ronnie. I agree. And, well, speaking of growing up, this girl, I still remember as being super young, but Paris Jackson, Michael Jackson's daughter, is sparking romance rumors and confirming them for the first time because her and Cara Delevingne, I got it right. Delevingne.
That's a fun name,
Delevingne. It is, once you say it right. But in the beginning, I was like, I'm going to mess it up. They were photographed looking cozy once again, and they attended a private Oscars party together this Sunday wearing coordinated looks. And they also shared a shot of what appeared to be matching tattoos on their arms, bearing matching rose tattoos, which I think is awesome since that's my middle name. And between the rumored romances, Delevingne dated Ashley Benson for a few years, and Paris Jackson dated Gabrielle Glenn. So what a hot couple. I mean, geez. Did they just step off the
Paris
runway?
Really come into her own, though? Like, every time I see a picture of her, I am just like, wow. Beautiful.
Yup. Gorgeous. So yay for Paris and Cara. That's awesome.
I'm not going to lie. When I saw that picture posted, I immediately went to Google and Googled them and was like, are they dating? Because I coordinate with my friends going out. I wasn't sure, but I was like so dying to know if they were dating because there was somebody else that Cara was, I think she was rumored to be, with another, besides Ashley Benson, someone else, I can't think of it, but another big star. And so I was like, oh, juicy. Give me all the details. I want to know. And so honestly, if they're happy, they're happy. Who's to say, you know?
And gorgeous.
Speaking of a couple who may be happy, but is doing a little too much. I don't know if anybody saw this because I know, Krystal, when I was talking to you about it, you were like, what?
Yeah.
Singer Tyrese took to Instagram to shave off his new girlfriend, Zelly Timothy's hair. And I'm not talking about up here, okay? Like, he literally made a video, made it public so that people could watch him doing it. You could see her legs, like almost like it was a gyno appointment. Like, that's what I felt like. I felt like he was going to say, you know, okay, how's your day going the rest of the time? You know, kind of like your gyno does when they're, because that's what mine does. Mine's like, okay, how's your work going? I'm like, I don't want to talk right now.
This is going to be a little cold. Here we go.
I'm a little crampy. But most people who saw this video were like, what are you doing? And then her in the video, her commentary, I feel like made it even worse because she's like, I know you're supposed to be shaving, but I'm thinking about something else. I'm like, yeah, so are we. And we're turning this off now because of that. Like, enjoy your private time. There's just some things where I feel like you don't celebrities. There are just some things that should be saved for you and that person.
Yeah.
That's it.
Some things are sacred. And can we talk about how old Tyrese looks in this photo? I'm like, wait, is that Tyrese or his dad? Because no. And that's when you know you're getting older. You're like, wait, if they look old, what do I look like?
Oh, you see those are happy wrinkles, okay, everybody?
Yeah.
That means I'm happy. Like, now I understand why the Kardashians say that they don't smile in pictures. I'm like, now I get it.
Yeah.
Now I know why you have resting bitch face all the time.
We should do the whole
Because you
show
don't want
like
any
this.
of this. But guess what? I'll take it. I'll take
Yeah.
those for a little bit of joy in my life.
That's true. Because we all need to have a little bit of joy. Because it is important to have, just like this next story. Our beloved Britney. Jeez, poor Britney. So the producers behind the Framing Britney Spears documentary, they're also working on a documentary about my other girl, Janet Jackson, and her infamous 2004 Super Bowl incident. So according to Page Six, a source said it's going to be all about the fallout and the suits who kind of bleeped over Janet at Viacom. And the source says they're reaching out to everyone who was involved. Everyone who had any part of it. So we're talking dancers, stylists, directors, everyone. Now, no word if Janet or Justin Timberlake will participate in the documentary. And Janet is actually working on her own 2-part documentary premiering on Lifetime and A&E next year, which I can't wait to watch that. A source close to Timberlake says, this is unfortunately about the 10th one of these. Where was 1 through 9? Where are those? I didn't see that.
Straight
Can
to
I
video.
get some of that? Yeah, right.
Straight
I would have
to
rented it.
VHS for
I didn't see that at
younger
Redbox.
generation. That was something that we used to watch things
True.
growing up.
Yeah,
Straight to VHS.
there was this thing called Blockbuster where we would go and we would like walk down aisles of movies and we would pick it off the shelf to rent it. Yeah, kids
I
don't
was
know.
telling my
Like,
husband the other day, do you remember actually doing that and the disappointment you would get when you would go and you'd see all the movies, right? Like, oh, yay, my movie's in. And then you'd go and say, oh, it's only their little preview thing. Like the
It's only the
disappointment
cover
you
box.
would feel when you
Oh, yeah.
saw that picture.
Girl,
only
I
to
worked at
realize it wasn't there.
Blockbuster.
I worked at
I had to
Hollywood
deal with
Video.
these angry. Oh, we were rivals. Now you guys would shift your movie box out, and we would put ours flush with the wall because I had a boyfriend that worked at Hollywood, and every time I go visit him, I go broop, 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 and I go down the aisles and push all the boxes in, and he'd be like, "No, I had to fix all of the house," and he would get so upset. I couldn't help it because I was a
In his
Blockbuster girl.
tuxedo, because I had to wear a tuxedo when I worked at
Yes.
Hollywood Video. In
Yes,
your tuxedo,
thank
getting so mad.
God, I didn't have to do. Yeah, we just had the blue shirts with the yellow collars and the khaki pants. Khaki. Yeah, I love
Literally, my first task as an employee of Hollywood Video
yes.
was cleaning the restrooms. And I just remember being so upset that people were so disgusting in public. Like, you were in there for maybe a few minutes. How did you do all of that? Like,
Wow. We didn't
Oh
have
my
public
gosh.
restrooms at Blockbuster. See, you should have been at Blockbuster because we'd be like, no public restrooms. Go down to the Safeway. Thank you. That's what we said. There wasn't one.
okay, before we get to this next story, let's finalize our wind down word because I could use a drink. All right, so we got soap, we got faith, we got fate, we got celebrate. Is there
like
one
fate.
in particular? You like faith or fate?
8.
All right, let's do fate. So,
8.
for those of you new to Candidly Krystal, fate is our wind down word of the day. So when you hear it starting now and you hear this along with it,
The sound of
take
heaven.
a drink. So I'm just going to do it. Fate.
Fate.
Oh, that's nice. Hey, I
Mhm.
got to give a shout out real quick. I ordered some gear from the Radio Fam. Marie is one of our
Radio
biggest
Fam.
supporters, and she sent me some rose gold coasters along with this awesome little gem, which I love my Radio Fam, and I love all my people.
Wow,
So,
that's cute.
Yeah, I love it. I'm especially here in
Yeah.
Arizona for the summer.
You can-
I love it. So
you can
shout out to
rollerblade in
Marie
that.
and the Radio Fam. Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready to put that on now. I almost wore it
Yes.
tonight too. I was like, all right, I'm going to save that for something else this week. All right, so we
Yes.
got one more story inside the Kiki Corner. And this one, actually, we have two. I'm sorry. I don't want to speed things up. This one, I think will hit people a little bit harder. It's a film about Anthony Bourdain. This is actually expected to hit theaters July 16th, 2021. It's going to premiere at the Tribeca Festival on June 11th. Now, we all know Anthony passed away because of suicide in June of 2018, and it doesn't even feel like it was that long ago. But he made his name through his culinary work and his writing. Also, his CNN series, which anytime it's on, honestly, I watch it every single time. Anthony Bourdain, Parts Unknown. It has won 12 Emmys over 5 years, which probably explains why every time it's on, I watch it, because it's just good television, honestly. Like, I think about him, and I think about how raw he was and how real he was, and what he also exposed us to. Things I probably would never get to experience in my entire life, I got to see through his eyes. Was so fantastic. So I cannot wait for this.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. And speaking of things being released, Warner Brothers and Plan B's Cuban American version of Father of the Bride. Now, you remember the original had Steve Martin in it and was hilarious. And there was 2 of them, right? Father of the Bride 2 and the first one. Now, this Cuban American version has snagged Gloria Estefan to join Andy Garcia in the reboot. And Gaz Alazraqui will direct with Matt Lopez as the writer. So that should be very, very interesting. So many things
you give me
that
some
we
Gloria?
need to see.
I'd like to hear. Do you have any?
Come on, shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. Feel the music, other music getting stronger. Don't you fight it till you try to do that conga beat. Ding, 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 ding. You like that?
Oh, I loved it. I loved it. Remember, if you ever want to join us inside the Kiki Corner, you can send us an email. It'll be season 2, because tonight is our final episode. So if you want to join us season 2, send us an email, candidlykrystal@gmail.com. This is our last Kiki Corner of season 1.
Let's have a Kiki. I want to have a Kiki. Lock the door. Tight. Let's have a Kiki. I'm going to let you have it. Let's have a Kiki. I want to have a Kiki. Turn. Let's have a Kiki. We are going to turn and turn. Honey.
I can't. Yeah, we did it. It was fate that brought us here. Look at us. Look at us. And speaking of looking, we are so excited to welcome these next guests to the show. We're talking about Tucson's longest running monthly show. Retro Game Night was founded by David Hoffman, and it happens exclusively at the historic Hotel Congress. And you can join the hilarious Chatty Cathy, played by Missy Paschke-Wood, as she hosts warped versions of television game shows with real contestants from the audience and over-the-top celebrity guests and life-altering prizes. Please welcome David Hoffman and Missy Paschke-Wood to the show.
Hey! Hey! Nice to be here. Thank you, Gov, for having us.
Oh my gosh, I love that glitter background, Hoffman.
I know.
Hey, he stole my curtain.
Yeah, I'm like a big gold baked potato.
You can't trust your producers, man. They'll take it from you every time.
You guys look fabulous.
You do.
Thank you.
You do.
Thank you. Congratulations on your 29th episode. This is amazing.
Thank you. It was fate.
Yes.
Yes, delicious. That was really difficult to watch you guys discuss all those things before, because I was like, I have an opinion about Janet. I got an opinion about
We need to have you in the Kiki Corner.
Please join us.
I actually, for my birthday, I guess it'd be like 2 years ago now, last May, the May before May disappeared, I went and saw her in Vegas. And it was when she did Rhythm Nation 1814, when she was like doing the whole thing. It was, it was beautiful. And I have so many opinions about, I think it's all lies. I think it was on purpose, and that just like, threw her under the bus.
Me too. I'm with you, Missy.
That is the tea. And now we can talk about game show
on just that, honestly.
And Hoffman's like, Missy, we had a goal.
I'm here for the tea.
I know. And I'm like, wait, you said the magic word and I'm distracted now.
I'm here for it.
Yes.
So guys, this is Tucson's longest running monthly show. So how long has it been running?
Well, Hoffman started it. So it's kind of funny. Hoffman and I met when we both worked at Arizona Theater Company, and I was a young intern. Just a young intern. So beautiful, young. And Yes, my hair.
I
was
ingenue.
Last year, Missy?
Mhm.
Like
It was
last year?
It was last year. And he was telling me, he would say, Missy, I got this idea for a game show. I want it to be like queer. I want it to be fun. I want there to be drag queens. I want there to be, like those old fashioned game shows. And I was like, wow, that's really cool. And then life moved on and I moved away and he did it. And Hoffman started the game show. It's been a huge success. It's had a couple different homes, but it's landed at Hotel Congress and has been there for the last 7.
We're coming on our 8 years. We started out 8 years. Yeah, we started at kind of like what would be considered a gay restaurant. Colors
the Gay Restaurant. Everybody knows Colors the Gay Restaurant. Remember, it was next to Life Theater Workshop.
Restaurants had sexual orientations. But
that's what we used to call it whenever we drove by.
Yeah, December 2011, we had our very first show. And we did not think it was going to be anything other than just a means to bring some more people into the restaurant. And so, because I was helping kind of the restaurant was kind of circling the drain. And I'm a background in design, theater, branding, marketing. And I was like, okay, let's do something here. And I created a game show with our previous host, Tempest Du Jour, local drag queen. And it just kind of took off on wildfire. And then a few months later, Colors closed, as fate would have it.
Oh, fate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really impressed, Hoffman.
Yeah. And then in October of 2012, we ended up at Hotel Congress for our very first show. And we've been there ever since. This December will mark our 10-year anniversary.
I love that.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I was honestly going to say, when Missy, you were talking about it and you were saying that, it got brought to your attention, you moved away. I was like, oh, that sounds a little bit like fate now that you're back to doing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of, that is sort of how, okay, sorry.
I know it's hard to drink and talk at the same time.
I'll find a way.
You will, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was funny. We moved back and almost immediately David said, I want you to come and do game show. And I said, David, I just play myself. Like I'm just fun. Like I can't do a character because he's got these amazing people doing incredible characters. He's got the Jewish nun. He's got the cholo from the South Side. He's got all these fabulous characters. And I said, I don't have anybody. And he said, oh, no, I've already made up your character. You're going to just do you. And I'm going to call it Chatty Cathy. And I said, oh, okay. That's great. And then we evolved it a little bit. She has evolved. That's with my actual hair. Now I have a wig. Yes. So there's Full to Burstin. There's our assistant Swish Manley, who's an aging twink.
Okay, so I have to know though, what is Retro Game Show Night and what inspired you to come up with that concept?
Well, like I said, initially the idea was Colors had this space. It was a restaurant with a little tiny stage, and then they took over the space next to it. It was in the strip mall. And in the space next to it, they wanted to turn it into a dance floor. And a restaurant and a dance floor don't normally jive together. So I suggested, let's start moving drag in here. And thus we kind of create a game show around the idea of what else can we do in this space? And the idea of doing live game shows, but warped versions. These are not your grandmother's game shows. We're talking the Wheel of Misfortune, Family Fuss, Sassword, the Mismatch Game, the Hollywoodish Squares. Yep, that's a picture of the Wheel of Misfortune. So it was the idea that was mainly just let's draw more business into the restaurant, and all of a sudden the restaurant wasn't there any longer. And we had a show with a following. And I had done some theater previously at Hotel Congress under a couple different groups. And I approached them and they're like, yeah, you can rent the space. It's X amount of dollars a night. They were really kind of laissez-faire about it initially. And now we are like one of their main events pre-COVID. And now
we sell a lot of drinks. Yeah.
And we sell a lot of drinks and we have a lot of fun. And we bring something very different to the Tucson entertainment scene. It's interactive. Yeah. The audience is absolutely part of it. When COVID hit, we thought about, do we try to do the virtual thing? And the audience is integral, and you can't do that through video as easily as someone being incredibly drunk and uncomfortable on stage. In real life, it's not the same thing.
It's different if it's different. Like if you're trying to convince somebody to take their shirt off over the video camera, it's uncomfortable.
Right.
But in real life, it looks great.
Right.
It's like OnlyFans over the video.
Exactly.
We should be charging more, Hoffman. I always say this.
Right. We play 2 rounds. We have these amazing celebrity guests who are the people.
Celebrity. Yeah.
Celebrity in a very, very loose term that we can only use legally once in a while. And they are amazing. We have this incredible ensemble of characters that you never know who you're going to play against. And the games are pretty wild. And we do have some games that we could even play with you guys tonight. Just a little taste of what we do.
Oh!
Yes.
Surprise!
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a little sample of what we call the $9.95 pyramid, because we're not the $10,000 pyramid. We don't have that kind of money behind us. So
we barely have $9.95, I would say.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Exactly. No. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to have one of the crystals cover her eyes while the other crystal is going to see the clues that I'm going to hold up. And Crystal Stark, what you're going to do is you're going to see basically a category of things. And what you need to do is say things without saying the thing, what it is to get Crystal Pino to say the thing. And then we have 4 of them. I don't have a clicker, but I do have my big bell. So if you get any right, I'm going to ding my bell for you. Yeah.
You can ding my bell.
Okay. So, are you ready? Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm ready, and I'm not peeing, I promise. I usually cheat sometimes, but I won't.
Go.
Okay.
Okay. Go.
Poop. The
Was
sand
poop one
on
of
the
your
beach.
clues?
Yes, so
No,
you
I'm
have
trying
to
to
figure out
get
the
you to say it.
category. Your shoes.
Legos.
Feet.
Okay,
The
we're back.
sidewalk.
We're back.
A puddle.
Ooh, did you gain weight?
Can I help? Can I help? Can I help?
Please help me.
Oh, so you put one leg into me and then the other leg, and then things the pants might say, yep.
Yay!
Okay. Let's
Thank
go
you,
to the
Missy.
next
No
one.
problem, girl. We're a team.
Oh,
Crystal, you
a
got this.
genie. A genie is one of these, as per Christina Aguilera.
A drink. A sand sometimes.
A miniature
milk.
boat.
Miniature. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Ships.
Yeah.
Little. You would put
go-
Coca-Cola in Mexico or
bottle?
beer.
Bottle?
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. Genie in a bottle.
Oh,
Yes.
what is that? Kangaroo?
Kangaroo, a wombat, a koala,
Those giant spiders.
giant
I was going to say
spider.
amphibian.
No.
Oh, a
No.
platypus.
That's probably way wrong.
Think
Totally
koala,
proved my
koala.
education.
Koala.
Put some
a
shrimp on the
koala bear.
bobby and look
Australia.
at a koala. Yeah.
We'll give it to you. It's your show, so we're gonna give it to you.
What's this last one?
No, we
We're
didn't
gonna
get
go
that one
back.
yet.
Okay. This is poop. Like I said before, a puddle,
A puddle,
No.
sidewalk,
a sidewalk,
gum.
a puddle, gum is a good one.
Gum is a good one.
Chew.
No,
Um,
You don't chew poop.
Bubble?
A
What do
puddle,
you do to these things? What do you,
You
do
don't
to
chew a
these
puddle.
things?
stomp,
Yeah.
your shoe.
Puddle I
do-
jump in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gross. What's
Okay.
another?
Do you jump in poop? No. What do you do?
Pick it up.
What?
Somebody's
With a
got a new
bag?
puppy.
What are you
Yeah.
doing at your house?
Time's up.
Yeah.
Okay. What? It was.
Thank
Oh,
you,
things you
Stefan.
step in. Oh.
Okay. All right.
Hey, we did good other than that.
Yeah, you did really
I
good.
got to give us a round of applause for that.
You know, it was fate that you do so well.
Yes.
Yeah, it was fate that we did so well.
Yes. Did I hear it twice?
Sure. Christine says on Facebook says, I want to see game show. Yes, I'm with you. And I don't know if you know this guy, Hoffman. David Robertson on Facebook says, go to the Hotel Congress website.
That's right.
Mhm.
Or you can
Find out
go
more
to
information.
retrogameshownight.com on Facebook.
Can we one of these times be your celebrity guest?
You never
Celebrity
know.
Candidly Krystal.
You never know.
I'll wear
You
my
never
best
know,
outfit I
seriously.
have.
I like the shoulder movement. The shoulder movement works for us.
Yeah. You're hired.
You're hired. There you go. You're done.
Yeah.
The standards are pretty low at Retro
Okay,
Game
so that
Show.
was so much fun. I want to hear a little bit more about these games, though. We just played the 995 Pyramid. Do you guys have a favorite game? What do people win when they're actually there in person?
They win incredibly expensive prizes. We have these sponsors who just throw money at us and they give us things like creamed corn in a can or, underwear purchased from the Dollar Tree. I just really exquisite.
Underwear, but underwear for the whole family.
For the whole family.
Oh, it's a
For the
family
whole
I'll take
show.
underwear from the
Yeah.
Dollar Tree before I'll take underwear from the Goodwill. I'm just saying.
Yes.
Hey.
And
One comes
on,
with a bonus free things, though. You never know. Might find $20 in the pocket of your underwear.
And on our 7-year anniversary show, we actually gave a live baby away for the final prize tonight.
Yeah.
How did that go?
I mean, well, it went really well, actually.
Yeah.
No, I was having lunch several months prior with a friend over at one of the restaurants. Nice waiter, friendly guy. And we were starting to talk to him about game show. It's like, yeah, and he had like theater experience. And I said, yeah, you need to come. And he goes, yeah, my wife's pregnant though, and it'll probably be a few months before we can go because she's due, within like a month or so. And I turned to my friend who's in the show, Priscilla, and after he left, and I said, he's having a baby. And she got really nervous, like, why are you excited by this? I'm like,
yeah, like me right now.
I want to give away a baby at game show. And so when this really nice waiter came back, I kind of popped the question. I'm like, hey, what do you think if we gave away your baby on my show? And
did you get down on one knee when you asked him?
Oh, no. It was a very casual conversation. And he
listen, stage mothers are stage mothers. They can be fathers. They can be anybody. Like, you want your baby to be a star? Have we got the show for you?
Well, he looked at me for a second and then he goes, let me ask my wife. I'm sure she'll be okay with it. We got a baby.
Wow.
And they came to the show.
Gosh.
I mean, we couldn't give away the baby all the way. We weren't going to go through the whole adoption transfer stuff. It's going to be too much work.
I was going to say, if you give me a baby, I'm immediately giving it back. Like,
yeah.
Oh,
Same.
No.
We have enough.
Sure, the young man who won the baby did not want
the baby.
Like,
somebody won a Girl Scout too.
Yes, we gave away
that's
a Girl
right.
Scout one time.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So, we've given away. People have won pieces of drywall.
Oh yeah, a door. Wasn't there a kiddie pool? We made somebody haul a kiddie pool out the place on a Saturday night through Congress.
Oh,
We're like,
that's
see you later.
great.
No, it's yours. Yeah, congratulations.
Wow.
Corn 3 Ways is one of our best, most well-known prizes.
It's a classic.
Corn 3 Ways. You get a couple cans of cream corn, you get a bag of frozen corn, and a couple ears of regular corn. I mean,
what more do you want?
Who wouldn't want that?
How can you say you're not living it when you're leaving Retro Game Show?
Hey,
I want the one where, like in Big, you remember Tom Hanks in Big? Like
baby corn. You should
baby
mix it up,
corn.
Hoffman. You got to mix it up and get a jar of baby corn.
That corn sounds amazing.
We had this one guy win it one time, and he had no idea what he was doing. He looked like he had just been released from prison, and he seemed to be in shock, like that he got on stage and was winning. And when he won Corn 3 Ways. And then when we were leaving, we packed up and we're leaving, we're seeing him trucking somewhere in downtown Tucson with his Corn 3 Ways. And
proud of it.
We made someone's night. I was very happy with that.
He's going to show everybody.
That is a conversation piece in itself. If you're walking down Congress, like, why the hell do you have corn? Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Why I have
Let me-
corn 3
yeah.
ways.
He could be wearing a t-shirt that says, "Please ask me about my corn." And
Not my
that would be-
corns. My
No.
corn.
Not corn, no. That's
There's a
different
difference.
kind. Corn 3 ways. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I think it's time that maybe we play another game.
okay.
Okay.
We can give you an option. We have the mismatch game, which is played like the match game. And I also have a very quickie version of one of our best games, one of our favorite games, the Wheel of Misfortune.
Oh, let's do that.
Now, we don't have a wheel, but you can pick letters and try to solve a puzzle. You
So
wanna
it's
do the
more
wheel?
like Wheel of Hangman.
Yeah,
Okay.
kind of Wheel of Hangman.
It's Wheel
So,
of Hangman, and yeah, very
all right,
exclusive.
So I'm gonna show you this puzzle here, and we'll bring it up, and I'll fill it in. But you guys will each take turns guessing.
Can I play
letters, and
too?
I'll
Can I
add
please
it.
play?
Yes.
I want to
Play
play.
too, but
Okay,
you
good.
You have to
probably
play,
know this
Missy.
one.
I never get to play anymore now that I host.
Hoffman,
So
you're
here's
like
the
Vanna
puzzle.
White.
I know he's the best.
I know. There we go. So the puzzle is, the clue is, if Captain and Tennille drove a Tesla. Now, the thing you need to know is our puzzles are jokes. Basically, the clue is the setup and the puzzle is the punchline. So, like one of my favorite puzzles of all time, the clue was shut up. That's all it was. Shut up.
And dance with
And the
me?
puzzle was no, you shut up. So, it was great. It was a great night. So, if Captain and Tennille drove a Tesla. Okay, Krystal, start. Pick a letter.
A. Can I pick vowels?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you
And
can.
we're guessing the white tiles, not the dark tiles. Okay.
Right. So let's see. There is.
Okay, Vanna. Bing, bing, bing.
Okay, so
Where's your gown?
Okay, well,
I
he
know.
put it on the wall behind him. He was going to
Yeah.
wear it.
Yeah, he did. He spread it
Yeah.
out.
all right. So you got 1A. If Captain and Tennille drove a Tesla.
Oof. Okay.
Okay,
I think I just figured out the
Krystal-
whole thing.
What's
No,
that?
you can't guess.
No, I think I want to guess a letter at least. But you go
Okay.
first.
Krystal,
You go
Pino,
first.
you guess a letter. Pino.
Okay. So I am gonna pick a letter in my name and a common letter. Let's go with S.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
There's one.
We have 1S.
This person is in
Oh,
the
you
news
get-
right now, so I'm going to say an L.
You want an L?
L.
Okay.
La 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 la. L. I'm helping you guys.
Oh my
God.
gosh.
Yes, you are. What?
Okay.
Who is in the news right now?
Come
He's
on.
going to host SNL.
I was just about to say.
Oh, you just gave it away.
No, I didn't, because Crystal Stark does not know it.
I have no
What's going
idea.
on? Okay,
I'm
Krystal
like,
Stark,
I don't know.
give me a
You guys
letter.
are R.
R.
That's my favorite R.
There's
Yeah,
an R.
R.
Arg, matey.
R.
Just one
Can you
R.
hear her, Hoffman? Oh, you got it.
Nope. Y'all can just.
Okay, Krystal Pino.
Okay. I know part of it, but I don't know all
I
of
know
it.
it.
No, you can't take clues from Christine on
I was gonna
Facebook,
say.
Crystal Stark.
We have guests for a reason.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna say N because I know N is in it at least once.
Crystal Pino may be too young to know this song.
It's possible.
She's in radio. Can
Okay. All
can
right. I know
I-
you know it, Missy, but give us a letter. You can also do
Yeah, I'm
vowels.
going to because I don't take no for an answer. I'm going to say M. M. M is in Missy.
Yeah.
Okay, clue. Do you know what it is, Pino?
Yes.
Let's say it at the same time. All three of us. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Elon
Muskrat
Muskrat.
Love. Muskrat, not muscat. Muskrat.
That's great. That's a before and after.
You know what's funny about having the audience toss in their ideas, though, is that same thing happens in game show, and I have to yell at them. And so I often will be yelling at audience members, telling them to shut up. No hints from the audience. You know, and they
Shut
never
up
listen.
when you're talking to me.
Yeah, exactly. They never listen.
Right.
It's okay. It's part of the fun.
And here's me showing all the things with my mom saying Tesla.
Yeah.
And here's Francine. Thank you, Francine, on Facebook. Great job. We appreciate that. Well, now we have a game for you guys
Uh-oh.
that we.
Oh my God! You're going down.
I'm prepared.
You're going down.
Can I throw in that it's fate that we all guess that together?
Let's take a big gulp of fate before this one.
That's double time.
I'm so excited.
Okay. So this is 2 truths and a lie. I had all of you give me 3 facts, 3 statements about yourself. 2 are true and 1 is a lie. So we have to decide which one we think is a lie, and then the person whose it is will tell us the truth, and we will find out whether we are right or not. Who would like to go first?
I say Hoffman.
Okay.
I'm excited.
With his blue steel photo, here we go. Oh, look at that.
Yes, Hoffman.
I can't believe we know you.
Audio, please.
Okay. So you
So my
say these,
thing-
Hoffman. Yeah.
I say these. Okay. Number 1. While thrift shopping, I found a $600 wad of bills in an old jacket.
Gosh. What?
Number 2. As a child, I was dragged by a pony along a chain link fence.
I shouldn't be laughing.
And number 3, I have a severe allergy to Havarti cheese.
I don't even know what that is. What's Havarti cheese?
It's really
It's
creamy.
a softer cheese.
It's
Yeah.
yummy.
Nice, delicious
It's
soft
white
cheese
with
that-
the yellow rind.
Yeah,
I
it's
never
yummy.
say no to cheese. So now I feel like I need to try Havarti cheese.
You do. It's
What
got the
happened?
holes.
What
If you have an
happened,
allergy,
Hoffman,
but
when
watch
you
out.
had the Havarti?
Oh, look at Crystal
what?
trying to get the facts.
Oh,
Like,
do we
wait a
ask?
minute,
We don't
hold
just
on.
guess? We can
She
ask
has
questions.
asked.
What happened?
What happened to you when you had the Havarti? What was the
Oh my God,
allergy?
there was a
Ooh.
little bit of like a swelling in my face and the tips of my fingers. It was really weird. And then there was kind of an itching, and I had no idea what the heck was going on. And I guess there's an enzyme going on with the Havarti cheese that because I can eat cheddar, that for some reason it doesn't work with me.
Huh.
So we got
That was a
Kurt
pretty
on
thought-out
Facebook
answer.
saying number 3. We got Christine on Facebook saying number 1. Skylar on YouTube saying number 1.
So here's what I know about Hoffman is this man did the down payment on his house from things he's thrifted. Like he is a thrifting master. No, I'm not even joking. That could be one of the things. So I don't know that he thrifts enough that it would not surprise me if he found some outrageous treasure in a pocket. I'm just saying.
Kathy
I don't
on
know.
Facebook says number 1 is the lie. Wow, we got a lot of people. We got 1 and we got 3. Missy,
Hoffman,
so if you had to guess, what's the lie?
Part of me wants to say the pony because who could ever do anything bad to sweet little David Hoffman? But I'm going to say the allergy because I don't think I've ever seen you like be weird around food. So I'm going to say the allergy.
All right.
But I
Ms.
honestly
Stark?
don't know.
I'm going to say number 2 just because, of course, David Robertson on Facebook knows. We know you know. That is Hoffman's husband. So no guessing.
Let's
David
hope he
Robertson.
knows.
I'm going to say number 2 because I just hope that didn't happen to you. That would be a terrible thing to have happen is number 2.
Ooh. I'm torn. So I feel like based off of what Missy said, and maybe that's why she said it, that number 1 is a
I don't know.
possibility.
It's a possibility.
Number 2, I feel like you wouldn't look as glamorous as you do in this photo if number 2 actually happened. I'm going to say number 3. Yeah, David, you better know on Facebook.
Do you love actually side note that there's 2 Davids, 2 Crystals? Where's the Missy?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh my
Where's
God.
the Missy
Missy.
watching?
We're missing the Missy.
All right, Hoffman, what is it?
What's the lie?
Yes.
The Havarti cheese, number 3.
Yes!
That's the lie.
Oh, you
I love Havarti cheese so much. I have Havarti cheese flavored toothpaste right now. I found it on
Same
Amazon,
consistency.
and it's amazing.
I mean, that Tom's of Maine. They make everything. It's wild.
So
I know.
I have to be
You have to
honest.
put it
I
right
am
on a
someone who
cracker.
doesn't like to like venture out with food. I like what I like and I like what I like, right? Like I stick to that. Somebody had me try goat cheese with blueberry.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, it was one of the best things I have ever tasted in my life. Yes, David, it was fake.
Yes, it was fake.
Oh, I hope Doc's proud of me.
Did you see that shout out,
Oh.
Krystal? Kurt on Facebook. Krystal is so smart. Yes.
I didn't get it right.
I did find a wad of money in a thrift store, and I was able to pay for my summer school that year. I was in college, and I was able to pay for my summer school classes with that money. And then, when I was about 11 or 12, we had a pony named Candy, the sweet pony.
She went that sweet.
Pony possessed by the darkest forces this planet has ever known, and decided to try to scrape me off of her by dragging me along a chain link fence. Like tried to fuck me. I had fallen, and it was like, fuck. And so
She was trying to grate you like some cheese.
trying to scrape me off. It was hilarious. I loved it. But I am definitely afraid of ponies.
You know what they would say now is that gave you character. That made you
It did.
Yeah.
who you are.
Yeah.
Made you
Maybe
who
some
you are
grit.
today.
This ain't real.
They do good work now.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Well, up next, we have Missy. And here are her two truths and a lie. Go ahead, Missy.
All right, here we go. I sang at Carnegie Hall. I got engaged in China. I met Paul Rudd.
Ooh, these are all really hard. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All of them I feel like are possible.
Oh, thank you.
Where in China?
Harbin.
Wow.
I'm
What did
saying
you
that wrong.
sing at Carnegie Hall?
Harbin, jazz.
I say number one. Because usually when people are at Carnegie Hall singing, it's like with their high school choir, and it's like definitely classical. So that's why I say one.
Oh, look,
Shirley
my mother's
on
here.
YouTube. She says she knows. Shirley Lovelady.
Squirrely. That's my
See,
mother.
Kurt
Shirley,
on
Shirley.
Facebook, number one. And Christine agrees with me. All seem possible.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay. I'm gonna go with number one too. Number one is a lie.
Okay. Did
Hoffman?
Hoffman choose?
Not yet. You know what? I'm going to go with number 3 just because it sounds so damn plausible. And I actually, knowing who you are and all the surprises that I keep finding out about you as we do shows and things together, I would not be surprised at all if you sang at Carnegie Hall. I'm pretty sure you got engaged in China. I don't know why that just seems to stick with me. So yeah, you and Paul Rudd are not BFFs. I'm sorry.
You are right. It was number 3.
Facebook was right too. Yes.
So I did sing at Carnegie Hall. It was with my high school jazz choir. So you were right, Krystal. It was like a high school thing. It's a high school thing. Yes. And then I lived in China with my then boyfriend, now husband, for a year. And so he proposed to me in Harbin at the Ice Festival. And then here's the deal about Paul Rudd is that I didn't meet him, but I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Wet Hot American Summer, but I was a camp counselor at that camp the summer that they filmed it. And so there was a thing when you arrived and everybody had to get checked for lice. And so I was in front of the nurse on the edge, nothing in front of me, getting checked for lice when Paul Rudd walked right by and looked at me and went, oh. So I don't count it as a meeting, but
It was fate.
It was
fate.
It was fate. If I hadn't been
totally off topic, shout out to all the kids that got pulled aside for the extra check because I was one of those kids with my dry ass scalp. They're like, oh no, you're good, girl. That's just dandruff.
And the lights looked at my head and were like, nope, nope, because there's so much oil in this thing. All right, Pino.
Gosh.
I say we do you next.
All right,
Pino.
Let's do it. Okay, so 2 truths and a lie. Number 1, I auditioned as a kid to be on the show Blossom. Number 2, had a roommate from South Korea in college. And number 3, had all 3 daughters without using an epidural.
Sing it, girl. You sing it.
I'm going to say number 1 because Blossom was on in the early 90s. And if you just had your 10-year high school reunion, then you was a baby. And so I don't think the numbers add up right for that.
All right.
92. Yeah.
All right.
I say number 3 as well. I agree with Christine on Facebook that all 3 daughters without using an epidural. I think you might have done the first one and then been like, bump that once the other 2 came along.
Let's see. I'm going to go with number 1. I'm kind of doing the math too, but I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at these pictures and I'm like, yeah, I could see you being on Blossom. I don't know. I'm going to go with number 1. I'm going to go with number 1. Okay.
She's not wearing a hat.
So the lie in all of this is number 3. David, trust me. That's why I made the decision. Like, okay, I got to be honest. With my first daughter, my mom had all 3 kids, all 5. I'm sorry. I have 4 siblings, 2 older brothers, 2 little sisters. My mom had all 5 kids without an epidural. So I was like,
oh, God bless her.
I got this. Like, I'm going to do this. I got to about 6 or 7 centimeters and I was like, get out of my face and put that needle in my back. Like, what are you doing? So the story about Blossom, I guess I should be clear. I've only gone to my 10-year reunion. My 20-year reunion should be this year. But I auditioned to be on Blossom as a kid. And I actually made the local news for it. And I don't know if it's because I was a freckle-faced ginger or whatever it was, but that was one of the coolest experiences of my life, to sit there and go through lines with people I've never met before. I was like, I'm finally being seen. I obviously didn't get the part because, clearly here I am in my office. And then the other one, what was my other truth? Let's see. The Blossom and
South Korean roommate.
Oh yes. I had a South Korean roommate, and first of all, this is why I tell my kids that they all need to go off to college, at least for 1 year, because you get exposed to things that you would never be exposed to before. My South Korean roommate was a gem. Her name was Ginny, and we talked about their culture, and I learned things I would have never learned before. And honestly, I haven't been able to chat with her in years, but it was such a cool experience. So yeah, epidural, sadly, with all 3 of it. As soon as I got in there with my last 2, I didn't even waste time. I was like, I don't even need to get to 6 centimeters.
Yeah, really.
Put that in, let's go.
Right here.
Just yeah.
Let's go. Game time.
Oh my gosh. That is great. Okay. Well, it's my turn. I hope nobody's disappointed. Mine are not as cool as any of yours. So let's end with a bang. Number 1, I love guinea pigs. Number 2, I am allergic to horses. Number 3, I love cheese, even though I'm lactose intolerant.
David is becoming one of my favorites. Did you learn about fate?
Doc is the best. That is his name, Doc. And we love Doc.
Hoffman, what do you think? What's her lie?
I'm trying to think. At Easter, does Krystal go over to the barn? I'm so competitive. I'm thinking really hard. Like, I know the boys were there. Was Krystal there? I'm thinking.
Yeah, just so all you know, we have this Doc, my husband, David Robertson, who keeps popping up. We usually have a big Easter party where we have horse rides for the kids and 2 different egg hunts and all sorts of crazy.
It's the one child-friendly party at their house ever.
Very
it's really fun.
Party. I'm wondering, was Krystal snoodling Patrick the horse at Easter? I don't know. I might have to look at some photographic evidence. I'm going to say, now I have to say number 1 is not true. It has to be true, because how could you hate a guinea pig? So we're eliminating that right now. I'm going to take number 2. You're not allergic to horses. I don't believe that.
I'm going to say number 3. Number 3 over here.
Me too. I'm going to say
Yeah.
number 3 too, because clearly you love guinea pigs, and don't make me bring this graphic back. I hope we still have it. Do we have it? Yes.
Yeah, we do. There's my guinea pigs fighting.
Her guinea pigs were fighting, and I created this graphic and sent it to her one time with the head of her guinea pig.
The reason that Hoffman doesn't know this is because he's not on Instagram, and so he doesn't see your love affair with the guinea pig.
I know. See, you guys have limited.
He's at a disadvantage.
So wait.
I think it's cheese.
Okay.
Number 3.
I say 3 too.
Okay.
Francine on Facebook says 2. Kathy 1. Kathy says 2. Skylar on YouTube says 2. Kurt says 2. I'm going to stick with 3.
Wow, so many 2s. The answer is number 2. That's a lie. I am allergic to so many things, and the one thing that I wasn't allergic to was horses. When I took that test and they shot my arm like 40 times.
Oh my gosh.
Horses. It was like, you can go and just run and hug a horse and kiss him on the face and you're fine. But I am lactose intolerant, very much so. And I love me some Havarti. I love me some goat cheese. I love me some cheddar. I eat it all.
Okay.
My poor family.
Kind of fate, right?
It is fate.
Hey.
It is fate. Mm-hmm.
I emptied mine. I
know. I'm
sorry.
Been there, done that.
That's why mine was so big.
I know. I should have thought ahead. I'm really not a prepper, so.
Really?
Oh well.
Oh, well, this was so much fun. Thank you, Missy and Hoffman, for being here tonight. Please come back all the time.
Absolutely.
We're at season 2. We'd love to have you back to help promote when Retro Game Show Night comes back in the fall. Do you know about when it'll be back in the fall?
The folks at Hotel Congress are hoping it's either August or September. We're going to be back in the club. We have been doing some shows outside, but now with the summer temps rising, some of the earlier shows need to be moved back. So, they both basically don't have a bunch of people suffering heat stroke while enjoying jazz. Heat stroke and jazz Sundays at Hotel Congress.
It's a great album name.
Yeah, heat stroke and jazz. And speaking of things that are coming up, I just want to make a quick announcement, if Krystal Stark doesn't mind me mentioning, that we are producing a new show starting on September 25th, Saturday night, on the Plaza at Hotel Congress, Kiki Deluxe, Tucson's first gay cabaret, co-hosted by Krystal Stark and the fabulous drag queen Fulta Burston. We are creating this whole new show, and we really hope it's for the whole community. And we're really, really excited that Krystal is joining our insane little team for Kiki Deluxe. It's going to be amazing. I cannot wait. And thank you, Krystal, and you, Krystal, for having us on the show tonight. It's been wonderful.
Yes, thank you for being here. And I am even honored to be thought of. So thank you for asking me to be a part of it. And thanks to Crystal Pino for helping me to feel confident enough to host something. So I just am so excited to do this. And I'm blocking everything out for that weekend so that I can be there. And it's going to be amazing. So keep your eye out for the Kiki Deluxe. Again, this is
It's going to be amazing. Yay! I will be there.
Yes, I know. It's going to be so much fun. You both are fantastic gems of human beings.
Please come back.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. I
couldn't
think my sound has gone out.
There is no one better than the two of you.
Okay, I think I hear it.
Monuments resurrected of your glory. Thank you.
I think you need to sing it, Krystal, because Missy can't hear it unless you're singing it. Maybe sing their praises.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Y'all are so fabulous.
See, it pays to pretend.
It does. It does. So we love you. We want you back ASAP. Thank you guys so much.
Yes. Thank you
Have
for a
such great
fun
night.
final show of
this is our final show.
season 1. Yes.
It couldn't have been
Missy
better.
Hoffman.
Congratulations, you two.
You
Yeah,
guys were
congratulations.
fantastic. My cheeks hurt. Like I've been smiling so hard, my cheeks hurt.
Exactly.
We will be back anytime. You just let us know.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
How's next week? No, I'm just kidding. All right. Love you guys.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Right. And again, Retro Game Show Night will be returning this fall to Hotel Congress. You can follow them on Facebook at Retro Game Show Night right there at the bottom of the screen. And you can go on the Hotel Congress website for more info about them as well. They're also on Instagram at Retro Game Show Night. So you can find out all of the information that you need right there. How awesome was that?
Francine on Facebook agrees. This was a blast. It really was. I always love the 2 truths and a lie because I feel
It's
like I
so
always
fun.
know you. And then we get that popped up and I'm like, oh, maybe I don't. Uh-oh.
Girl, you know I love my cheese, but you
And
also know
Hoffman's
I'm
were, like,
lactose
the
intolerant.
best. Like everything that Hoffman
His were
built
great.
was so believable. And now I kind of want to go thrifting, see if I can get a little cash in
Just-
my head. You hear about those stories where people find like unique paintings, like the one of a kind, authentic paintings that are worth millions of dollars. And they're like, yeah, I bought this for like $7 at the thrift store. I need to go to the thrift store.
Yeah, we need to go thrifting right now, ASAP. Yes, David Robertson on Facebook. It was fate.
I'm
Wow,
almost done too.
I know. We better hurry up and do some wind down before we run out. I sang it for you. Is he doing it again? No, that was left up. But I'm gonna drink again since I saw
Yes,
that fate.
we could do that. Fate.
Mhm.
Christine on Facebook. I'm a thrift shop wanderer.
It's true.
Okay, let me drink my drink first.
Because when we were growing up, we always went to the Speedway thrift shop, the one with the howling coyote on the roof. If anybody is a native Tucson, and they know because it's been there forever. And I would hide in the clothing racks and jump out and scare the bejesus out of people at this thrift shop because we'd be there for we go every Saturday, and so we were always there. And my mom would be shopping for whatever. It was just like our thing where we went. And across the street from Sass Fabrics, and people would be so upset. But it was very fun. It was a good time.
I just came to find bargain pants, not
And here's
my
me.
pants. Christine, she's calling it the Speedway outlet.
That is what it's called, the Speedway outlet. You're right, Mom.
I enjoyed thrifting as a kid because I would pair up some of the stuff that my mom kept with things that I would find at the thrift store. And now my oldest daughter continuously asks me, Mom, can we go to the thrift store? And I'm like, I'm doing this right. I'm doing this right. You want to go
My kids don't say that. Good for you.
It makes my day. We've gotten her some sweet U of A gear from the thrift store. We've gotten her some amazing jeans from the thrift store.
Yeah.
So for any of your kids who are thinking, I'm too good for the thrift store, okay,
No.
go ahead and let me keep those deals myself.
Ain't nobody too good for the thrift store, okay? You need to get your priorities straight because you can find
missing
$600.
that $600 wad like Hoffman
Yes.
got.
Yeah, he got that money. Did you get that money? No, you didn't. And why? Because you weren't at the thrift store because you thought you were too good. That's why. He over there making it rain. You over there with nothing. Oh, well, it has been a year. It has been a season. We want to thank all of you so much for being here with us while we just took a leap of faith and started this video podcast every week. And you've been here with us. We appreciate you. We love you. We want to come back even stronger in season 2. Yes, Francine, dollar in your pocket.
We could make that into a chorus. Dollar in my pocket. Dollar in my pocket. Thrift store
Hey.
shopping got a dollar in my pocket.
Hey. Yeah.
That's why
I'm
they
here
pay
for
me the
that.
Big bucks, folks.
Yep. That is why.
Back on track, though. Krystal
Yes.
was talking some real truth right there. This is our final episode. Episode 29. 29 times you have given us your time and spent it right here with us, whether you're watching Facebook Live, YouTube, or Twitch. I don't think we can even put into words how appreciative we are and how grateful that we are that you continue to spend your nights with us, because you are what motivates us every single week to bring you these amazing guests and honestly bring you everything, our energy, our excitement. I look forward to this every single week. And Krystal kind of said it earlier. It's a little bit of labor of love. It's a lot of work. We do this all by ourselves. This show is our show. But every single week, I'm so proud. And I hear feedback where people are like, oh, I needed that. And I'm like, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Because we put a lot of effort into it. It's not over yet, Kathy. Not quite. Only
yet.
season 1.
We need
Only
a break.
season
We're
1.
hardworking mamas.
Yes. I need my summer off. I need a
We
little bit
do.
of summer off. Yes, it's fate to have
It is
that
fate.
summer. But we will be back. Right now, we're eyeballing maybe the end of August, maybe the beginning of September. We're going to line up some more amazing guests for you guys. We cannot wait. Jackie, we hope you join us for season 2. Thank you. Oh, you're awesome, Jackie, on Facebook. She said,
love
thank you so
Jackie.
much. You are so much fun. Looking forward to season 2. We're excited about season 2 as well. We just hope that it can rise above season 1, because season 1 was pretty damn awesome. If I'm being honest, it was pretty great.
It was. But I think that people are starting to really understand, because when we first started to invite people to the show, we were like, so it's kind of like this, like it was hard to explain. And now we have a full season where it's like, just go check it out. Go to our YouTube channel, go to Candidly Krystal, and you can see what we're about. And then you can understand like what we're doing. And I think that people see that visual and they're like, oh, like this is really great. This is really fun. And they get it. So I think that between that and other, like our viewers and people who we love and love us, they can refer people to us and be like, hey, you need to be on Candidly Krystal. Oh, what you're doing is great. Be on Candidly Krystal. I think it's going to be an awesome season 2. Yes, Francine, perfect timing. We all needed this. We love you too. That's why we're here to help everyone drink.
What we're hoping as well, I want to make sure we point out season 2 is we are hoping to make it more podcast friendly so that you can download it and listen to it later on your drive to work.
That's what everyone says. They're like, can you make a podcast of it? Because I just want to listen to it like while I'm running or while I'm on the treadmill or like whatever. I'm like, yeah. That's true.
There's a lot that goes into that though. So that's why we haven't done it yet, is because we sort of have a lot on our plates right now. However, that's one of our goals for season 2, because we have gotten that feedback often that people say, I love watching it, but there's times I want to listen to it in the car. If you can make it podcast friendly where I can download it and listen to it later, because I know sometimes when you're watching on like YouTube or Facebook, when your phone falls asleep, it cuts everything off.
Yeah.
Your audio stops, your YouTube stops.
That's true.
So, yes, no, we can't wait for season 2 as well. Please do us a favor. In the meantime, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitch, make sure you like us on Facebook, because even though we're taking a break from season 1, we're still going to be checking in with you guys, making sure you guys are doing well. Krystal and I intend to kind of meet up and do some fun stuff in between season 1 and season 2. So the content isn't going to stop. It's just the weekly shows that are going to be put on pause for just a little bit until we can kind of put our heads together and make sure that season 2 just really comes out with a bang. So we're really, really excited about it for sure.
We are. And we always want to leave you with something positive. So this week's thought for the week is always be you. No copies, no imitations, because you are awesome. And that goes out to all of you. Be who you are. Speak your truth, be your truth, live your truth. Do not copy anyone else, because you were made original and you were made beautiful just as you are. And be proud of that, because you are awesome. We love you so much. We can't wait to see you on season 2. And we hope you have a wonderful summer. And this is it. Good night, everyone.
Have a great night.
Season 1.